We bring you greetings from the throne room of God. This is God's Kingdom Arena, and we are here to share a simple message with you titled Living for Others. Living for others. Living for others. And we believe that by the end of this message, the hearts of many shall be turned to God. The hearts of many shall be ready to live a sacrificial life for the sake of others. Therefore, I shall begin with very few profound statements about life. In your own words, what do you see life to be? You know, life is just about living or having the consciousness that you are alive. However, for life to be life, or for life to be important, the importance of life is not embedded in the number of years you've lived, but the importance of life is embedded in how much impact you have made in the life of others. Yeka enkwa de yete said ye nyina yenim say ye won kwa yete ase, but enkwa so emfaso ana say de ma enkwa esombo enne enye say emfia hen ena watena se ewasase so na mum e kire say sen ena woni nipa atena ensunsu aso paben ena waye ewo afoforo abrabo so eno ena ma abrabo anase enkwa ebeye ade esombo. The benefit or the value of life is not in the number of years you've lived, but how much impact you have made in the life of others, carrying the burdens of each other or carrying the burdens of one another. Carrying the burdens of one another. The value of life is not in the number of years you've lived, but in the amount of GH, Mona GH, God bless you, in the amount of impact you have made in the life of others. The value of life is not in how much wealth you've been able to accumulate for yourself, but what you have been able to do for others with the wealth you've been able to accumulate. Abraboso emfaso anase the value say abrabo esombo no ana ebo abrabo esom emfa ahonyade a watumi ahyehye egu ho ama ho na mom efa dia watumi aje ede ama foforo with ahonyade a wasiesi egu ho dia watumi ede wo sika ene wahonyade aye ama afoforo no eno ene ma abrabo eyade a esombo eno na ma enkwa eyade a esombo. So life in itself is not just about living. It's not just about the consciousness of being alive, but it's about the impact you've been able to do in the life of others, the impact you've been able to make in the lives of others. So let me give you some profound quotes about life and using life for the help of others. Mahatma Gandhi, he made a statement that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. When you serve others, it makes you discover yourself. As a matter of fact, it makes you know who you are. Serving others. It makes you discover who you are. So Martin Luther King Jr. also made a profound statement that the most persistent and urgent question about life is, what are you doing for others? The most persistent and urgent question about life is, what are you doing for others? If you only think that you are living because you are able to make more money, you are living because you are able to accumulate more wealth, you are able to do more projects, more properties, and that with only that you feel you are fulfilled. Say you say abrabo anase enkwa ana abrabo nko ane say de bia sika eba obotom, de bia utimi enya sika bebre, de bia utimi esisi adan oguso a oye niama akese nti eno nko ana ya abrabo a. Martin Luther King is asking that, he's saying that the most urgent question is that, what are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? And the last one I'll give you is by Winston Churchill. He said, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. We do say that it is God who created us. It is true. It is God who gives us life. But man can also make a life. Man cannot give life, but you can make a life. You can save someone from a dying situation by your little help you can give to the person. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. So are you making a life, or you are rather killing them? Are you making a life, or you are rather destroying lives? The destruction of life is not only about killing. The destruction of life is not only about destruction, bombing. In fact, the destroying of life also goes beyond that, and it also involves denying what can save someone, denying someone of what can save him or her. They are able to me aji obin kwano say one fam manwa, you have destroyed the person's life. What can save someone? If you deny the person what can save that person, you have destroyed the person's life. So life, the destruction of life is not only about shooting. It's not only about massacre, like you are destroying the lives of others, killing, in fact murdering. No, but denying someone what can save the person's life is also a sign of destroying life. You are destroying the lives of the person. You are destroying the life of the person. So Jesus, we are being told in Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, that we should bear the burdens of others. He said, bear with one another, bear one another's burden, and so fulfill the law of Christ. The other versions will tell you that carry the burdens of each other, and by doing so you fulfill the law of Christ. What is the law of Christ, and what is that kind of fulfillment? Asimon so amohomo neswa na monam saso eridi ana more hye Kristo mmara no a ohye no Kristo mmara no more hye mudin ana se more ma no abem. Carry the burdens of each other. What are you telling me? Yeah, me so kura no, I've not been able to bear my own burdens, but you are telling me to carry the burden of another brother, telling me to carry the burdens of another sister. What are you telling me to do? Carry the burdens or bear each other's burdens. And by doing so, you fulfill the law of Christ. What is the law of Christ? The law of Christ emanates from what God did in John chapter 3 verse 16. He said, for God so loved the world. And when he loved the world, what did he do? He gave his only begotten son, that through him lives or those who believe in him shall be saved. Because we were dying, we were cursed, and we were condemned to life. And the love of God mandated him to give the only thing he has to save us. It mandated him to give the only thing available to him, the only thing valuable to him, to save us. And then Jesus could have also get up and say that, no, I am not going to do it. But when his father asked, say, why na men sumano? Na why no be kwama men? The Bible said, osro any asasi nyina eyedi. No one was talking. And this lamb said, I will go. So the law of Jesus is a law of love emanating from God. Yesu nembra no eye ade a efi Nyankopon mu a ehye se enam odoso ena ebema waye bibi ade age obi nkwa. Eniti ebra Nyankopon edo wiase no, wantena se anhwe wiase ema wiase ansei, wantena se anhwe wiase ema nipa ambre, but osuma ne baba akope a owo no se ombra no fambeji wiase nkwa. So whatever you are doing in this life, ask yourself, is it fulfilling the law of Christ? And the law of Christ is based on love. It's based on love. So Matthew chapter 25 verse 40 is talking of the fact that when you read from upwards, it tells you that Jesus was telling his people more. Ebra, he was telling a story that Ebra made a fiasco man beshemi. Ebra come de me no mama meduane. Ebra made that the jano. In fact, man fan to ma enfra me. Me ya recorda ya rempa sumpo ma mesra me. And I was will be saying say, Eja, abre ben. And now, okoda fiasco ye besra o. Abre ben. And now we are ya ye behwe o. Abre ben na ye hu se wo da de ja ye fra wontoma. At what time did we see you in prison? We visited. At what time did we see you being sick? We visited you. We saw you being naked. We clothed you. We saw you being hungry. We fed you. And the king answered to them saying that as you did it for these least ones, or as you did it for these little ones, you did it for me. That he said to those on his right, and those on his left, he said, as you did not do for these least ones, as you did not do for these little ones, as you did not do for your brother, as you did not do for your sister, you didn't also do it for me. Said ya 1 year ama unuya no 1 year mame. Na se wo ye ma unuya dia 1 year edia mame. Where are you, Jesus, when I was doing for my brother? What makes you tell me that as I have done for my brother, I've also done it for you? This is simple. Your brother is Jesus, your brother is God, and you are Jesus, you are also God. Because Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, let us make man in our own image and our likeness. So every man is the image and the likeness of God. So whatever you do to a man, you do to God. Whatever you deny of a man, you deny God of that thing. So ɔsi sɛdeɛ moyɛ maa mo nuanom nkumaa no moyɛ maa me, na manyɛ ama wɔn no nso manyɛ ama me. So Galatians chapter 6 verse 10 also says that do good every opportunity you get. Every opportunity you get. So then, as we have opportunity, let us do good to everyone, especially to those who are of the household of faith. Every opportunity you get to make an impact in the life of someone, the Bible says don't miss that opportunity. Whenever you are encountered with a brother asking or pleading with you for something that can save him, you are encountered with a sister asking for something that can save him, also for God bless you, never deny the person what he or she is asking from you. Every opportunity you get, do good to others, especially those who are of the same household of faith. It means that doing good is not only to Christians. Doing good, Reverend Kwame Ewua Eradi Inshira, doing good is not only to Christians. You have to do good to everyone, whether a Buddhist, a Shintoist, an Islam, you can mention a traditionalist. Do good to them, especially. However, these good things you are doing, do it more of those who are in the same faith with you. Those who are in the same faith with you. And to do good on every opportunity you get. People are suffering. People are suffering. People are going through a lot that they can't discuss with some people, or there is no one they can even talk to about these things. What makes life beautiful is you being alive or being available for a brother to share a burden with you. What makes life lovely is being alive or being available for a sister to cry on you, for a sister to make a request before you, or to bring a request before you for you to help him or her. Like I said earlier, the value of life is not about how much you've been able to make, but it's about the impact you've been able to make with a life that you have, about the impact you've been able to make with the accumulation or with the wealth you've been able to accumulate. What are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? 1 John 4:21. He said, if you say you love God, love your neighbor. He or anyone who says he loves God should love his neighbor or his brother. The kind of love we are talking of, back to Genesis or John chapter 3 verse 16. God's love mandated him to give. And when we expatiate love according to the book of Corinthians, it involves so many things. Love is a broad topic under a single word, love. In better time we shall dive into it, but love mandates you to do something, to give something, to lose something. So it is normal for these men, it is normal for a man or a guy, when he or she is in love with you, even if you don't ask, he is naturally burdened to provide for you. Na videos bebre ekwa abontin na ebi mu eka se yen share mu ye anase, like don't be spending on oba wonye ne ho ade and all those kind of things. Though it's true, but no question they say that is how love is. So what do obia, the nature of love is, one of the characteristics of love is that love is not self-seeking. And yet so immediately he feels love towards you or love for you, he is naturally or automatically mandated or demanded by that feeling of love to start providing for you, to start giving you one or two things to make your life comfortable, because that is how love is. For God so loved the world that he gave. For God so loved the world that he gave. So there are some people, they will never be happy until they give. They will never be happy until they have been able to put a smile on someone's face. They will never be happy. They will never feel fulfilled until they have made a positive impact in the life of someone. That is what love is. Love is not only about sensual things. Even that is another form of love. But the real love of God mandates someone to be a giver. Love mandates someone to be a giver. Love mandates someone to be a giver. So he that says he loves God must love his neighbor. Show love to your neighbor. Let's make the world a better place. Michael Jackson said, let's make the world a better place. People are dying. Don't you have feelings for these people? Let's make the world a better place. You and I, we can make the world a better place. There are people sleeping on the streets. There are people sleeping under bridges. There are people sleeping anywhere or places that when you see them, unless you have the love of God inside you, you will never feel for them. You will just pass. Even if you don't have what it takes to save them from their situation, there is a sign of or a kind of feeling you will have towards that person or those people. When you see them, you thank God that, Lord, I thank you that my life is not like this. Over there, radiasi, enipa ebre, enipa de da kwine chain, maybe enipa da any di enipa di. The other time I saw a video of this famous gospel artist, Nathaniel Bassey, and he was sharing his story of seeing an old man in his right senses. Not that the man is mad. The man is in his right senses, but he was picking things from the dustbin. He was picking things from the rubbish, and when he got closer, he saw that the man was looking for leftovers. He saw that the man was looking for leftovers, things that people had eaten and they couldn't finish it. Enyama nipa edi a omo ntimi edi enwie na egubole mu no eno na obi esisa ekwa akodi. And you see these people, you have no feeling for them. You see these people, you have no feeling for them. There is something missing in your life. Carry the burdens of each other. Make life a better place. The value of life is based on the impact you are able to make on others, not based on what you've been able to do for your own self. Has someone been able to say, thank you, Lord, in your name? Because of Untiana. No, you are always looking for yours. You are always looking for yours. So John chapter 13 verse 15, Jesus was saying that I have set an example for you. I have set an example for you. I have set an example for you. Hey. John chapter 13 verse 15. For I have given you an example that you should also do just as I have done to you. What did he do to us? He gave himself. gave himself. He said, men, love your wives as Christ loved him, or as Christ loved the church. The church is the wife of Christ. And what did he do with a love? Or what did he do as a sign of life? He said, by giving himself for it. Jesus gave himself for the church. He gave himself for his wife. He gave himself out of love. The love mandated him to give. So what are you doing? I have set an example for you. I've set an example for you. You should also do same as I have done to you. And you know, my so de edi amamo e wo se won so mo hwe so na mo ye ya Kristo ye ne se odo ye no e ma ode ne ho man ode ne ho eba afore. A sign of sacrifice. It's a sign of sacrifice, not an offering. It's a sign of sacrifice, not an offering. Carrying the burdens of each other is a sign of sacrifice, not offering. So let me differentiate between sacrifice and offering for you. So sacrifice is the act. Okay, let me start with offering. Offering involves presenting something or giving something, offering as a gesture of goodwill or gratitude or respect. Say for I think offering and sacrifice has the same name in Chi. But when we talk of offering in English, it's a sign of giving something as a sign of gesture or goodwill or gratitude or respect to someone. And offering comes from the abundance of what someone has. They are obi wano enubi eno de komani pano and as a ode koche and ode koye ajoy. So if I have 100 CDs and I give 10 CDs to someone, it's an offering. If I give 10 CDs at church, it's an offering. An offering based on what I have. Or the and I still have 90 CDs in my pocket. It's an offering. Sacrifice goes beyond that. Sacrifice is the act of giving up something valued. Giving up something valued for the sake of something or someone. For the sake of something or someone. For the sake of something or someone you consider important, or something or someone you consider more important. That is what sacrifice is about. So sacrifice is giving something valuable. The only thing I have, it is so dear to me. I will have something that is not enough, it's not plenty, or even if it's plenty, that is all I have. And that valuable thing I have, I give it up for something or for someone. So for something, the aspect of something, it's like sacrificing a habit to win something in life. Sacrificing a certain gain you can get somewhere for the achievement of something better. There are some kind of jobs or some opportunities when they are coming your way, you must sacrifice them for the sake of something. There are some things when they are being presented to you, you must sacrifice them for the sake of something. So looking at yourself and you see who you are, you know who you are, and there is some kind of job opportunity somewhere, and looking at the nature of the job and who you are, what you are pursuing in life, you should sacrifice that thing because you are even in need. You need money, you need job to survive, but the nature of job you got was something that is going to be detrimental to something big you are going to get in the future. Enti adibia obetimi ejemu na ode anya bibi papa ochena no eya forebo. So obi ni another name for affordable, sacrifice and offering. The chief differentiation for the two are, you can let me know in the comment section. So giving up something valuable for the sake of someone more important. Let me not take you far. Our parents, they sacrifice their desires for their children. Their desires. O mami nya ya nkende obewi tibom ono kwa de sika won ho na ebeso no, but because of you she must sacrifice what she feels like eating in order to get what will be good for you. Look at what Jesus did. This is a glorious man, a glorious king on his throne. He lacks nothing and he needs no one. He already has angels at his disposal, sending them to and fro. Ohiashi. But the Bible said, I'm going to get into trouble here. He left his glory somewhere. And he came down. He took off his garment of glory and threw it somewhere. He left his garment of glory somewhere and came down, and the Bible said he took upon himself the life of a servant. Most often it happens in our lives that because of ataribia mashentino sadia me ho ayefe no obi krare ben me na se nipa na tare enye fa, I don't want the person to get closer to me because nipa no ho nye sa sadia nipa beka for me huntino, I could have helped this person, but nipa beka say yeah nipa beka, but what is God saying? Sometimes you must lose even your glory. Sometimes you must lose your integrity. You must lose the trust of people to save someone. I'm going to get into trouble here because what are you saying? I should lose my trust, I should lose my glory for someone. We know, or I know, that some people are very ungrateful. But that is your mandate. He said, I have done it, so you to do it. He is not expecting you to do something he has not been able to do. Sometimes you see a sister in a certain problem or in a certain situation, and the only way you can do is to bring the person to your house and redress her and feed her, change her clothes. But people will say about you that there is something going on. So you will leave that sister out there to be suffering. The question is, are you going to be judged by man or you are going to be judged by God? Enuti nipa bi ebeka asem bi afa ho nti obi bre kura obeboa no no omboa no because enipa beka say, why did you stoop so low? Why did you stoop so low? That is what Jesus did for you, and you are alive. You call yourself a Christian. wambɛyɛ saa anka woyɛ dua bi ho mmere. You are nobody. You were just walking around with your death sentence. Anka woyɛ bukunfo ɛna onam, but obi gya ne nyonyam ɛde to hɔ, obi gya na hunade ɛde to hɔ ɛbɛ prema wonya nkwa. So why can't you do same for others? People are suffering out there, and what are we doing to save them? We are only looking at ourselves, what we can do for ourselves, what we can gain. But I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to challenge you. He said, I have done it for you to do it. Na tarife fe na wasi fem na okoso obia sebe wato gatamu. That is what I'm talking of. Why did you stoop so low to save this person? Why did you stoop so low? But someone has done it for you, so do it for others. If you know what you are doing in secret and you know it is pleasing to God, close your ears to what people will say, because man is there to criticize, but God is there to prioritize you. I say it again. Man is there to just criticize you, but God is there to prioritize you. Thank you. Man is there to criticize you, but God is there to prioritize you. So stop thinking of what people will say, and because of that you overlook someone's suffering. You overlook someone's suffering. And yes, ubenya sikani bebre ansana when we say was meboa menua. But I was telling someone the other time that the act of serving or sharing, the act of sharing is not based on the abundance of the things you have, but it is based on the heart to share even the little you have. That is what giving is about. And yes, say ubenya a dime and someone will say or say me kakra de kobwa obi. But eye akomano a eda wo mu say kakra me won pometi me me nua bi ache. That is what giving is about. That is what sharing and caring is about. So don't wait till you have abundance. Kakra wonu oni obi nche. Let someone tell you that, oh, thank you. Senkenya wa anka dane me ndidi. Senkenya wa anka dane me nim dia meye. Senkenya wa anka last time anka bibi ye me. Senkenya wa anka me koye me ho bone. Let someone say, God, I thank you. Mobinda eradiasi because of wunti. Life is not all about what we can do for ourselves, what we've been able to gather for ourselves, but what we can do for others. That is what makes life important. Also, it is true that men will be self-seeking, they will be self-centered. So when it's like that, they don't care about the others' feelings, they don't care about what the others are going through. In fact, we are saying the system is hard. The system is hard. It is true. But people are still building. People are still buying cars. There is no money which has left this planet. Every money that has been printed is still available on this planet. However, it is in the pockets of some people. Some people are sitting on it. Some people are doing what they can do with it. Especially with Jesus will call them hypocrites. And this kind of hypocrites are the people that they only do good when there are people there to recognize what they have done. It's yes, you can say. So when your right hand is doing something good, don't let your left hand see it. Don't let your left hand see it. But people are always looking for attention when they do good. I've had experience, but I will not share it. People who can help you. Say utifie na when we say obi twema na atare atete obetimi amana atare foforo. People that someone can come to you for help. Someone can come to you for a help, but since there is no one there to realize what you have done, sadia obi enni ho na wehwe dia wo yenti no, you will deny the person the help from your house, but you will go to church and give big money so that you be bon nsem ama. Bible ni say when you work etua dada obetimi akobi nchen ne wa ene na kodi nkomo magai chale ene de mi husuo sika hye ne ho pa but obeka che o se mi ni hwe. The next Sunday the person will go to church and give big amount of or huge amount of money just that people will see and applaud him, and you think you are doing good. No, the Lord has not recognized that thing, or he does not recognize it. Obebuwa nipa no ofie no dabi, obebuwa no okuku amu no dabi, but obekwa koye baby e wa bonten na yama fans. Bible ni say when you work etua dada, when you work etua dada. Let me share it. I've had experience with people sometimes about school fees. I've not been able to get some school fees or to get some money for some books at school, and you will go to someone obeko binchen akokache and say openi me yes can go to your school fees obekache say scan ni ho. The next Sunday you will see that person in church spreading money. Na ye bon say mama no. The Bible said when you work at your dada. We have people when they are eating and they hear a neighbor coming close, almost sa eduano e dia kwhye dem. No ma ye kom no mote ho. Nipa na ba na obebi sa won pe o say oh me so me ndidi yo fitia no pakora me hu dia me di. Lord have mercy upon us. Pretending. Jesus said you are hypocrites. May God help us. Let's make the world a better place. Let's make the world a better place. Making the world a better place is not about building huge mansions for yourself. Making the world a better place is not about buying big and sophisticated things for yourself. Making the world a better place is not about being in your driving, in fact, luxurious cars, using posh phones. That is what is making the world. No. To make the world a better place is to share, is to help each other. And that we are saying, what are you doing for someone else? And that brabona doing, what is someone saying about you? And you want a lifestyle menjidi. Everybody share an asemso. Everybody share an asemso. And I challenge you to be a giver. I challenge you to be a helper. I challenge you to be a helper to others, to be a helper to a brother. People are suffering out there. Do you have any feelings for them? Let's make the world a better place. Carry the burdens of each other. Live for one another. For by doing so, you are fulfilling the law of Christ. May God be with you. This is God's Kingdom Arena. If you want any information, you can contact 054-1460375. 054-1460375. Contact us for anything you want to discuss. If you also want to support our ministry, we'll be very grateful, and you will never go empty-handed after giving a cup of water to a servant of God. 054-1460375. We have people you have to go and reach, or we have a reach out assignment. If you are there and you want to sponsor, 05414600375. Live for others, carry the burdens of each other, and you fulfill the law of Christ. God bless you. Keep following, share the message for it to be a blessing unto others. God bless you. Shalom.